if there isn't a private investor on board originally, whether it be a family member or friend or whatnot, that's just giving you the money, you have to attach the star. You have to. Whoever that individual is. And again, star does not mean the biggest box office draws out there. It just means somebody that can create a return in revenue for your investor. And most of the time, I know investors that don't even read the scripts. They have no interest in the script. They literally will just ask me, okay, who's attached and what's the budget? And they just match those two issues up and they instantly come up with a formula that is worldly known, whether it be on domestic or foreign distribution returns, on whether or not that is a profit to invest in. It's like a stock, and if you're buying it at an undervalued price and they expect it to have a great return, they invest in it. So putting that recognizable face, that name in your feature is the most important step you can do, because that's what entices the investor to put up the money.
In the early 90s, one of my production companies was filming in Prague, and at the time Prague wasn't a happening place to be producing. So they hired all their locals and they transferred all the bank, they did a bank transfer, transferred all their cash over there, getting ready to shoot the first day, and they found out that the bank had a 21-day hold on the cash. And that's just because it's a bank transfer and it was custom, 21-day hold. So they couldn't start shooting for 21 days because they couldn't pay the local crew, and there was no way the local crew was going to start without some sort of payment. So as it happens, I work for a big firm and we happen to have an office in Prague. So I called and left word saying, I need your help. And it just so happened that one of the guys that worked in the office there in Prague knew the banker, and he called the banker and said, look, we got a problem here, you need to release this. And by the end of the day, we had the cash released, and all the banker really wanted was the ability to visit the set. But the lesson to learn from that is if you're filming somewhere and you're transferring a lot of cash around, and it's not so uncommon that they do have holds on bank transfers like that, make sure and find out what the hold dates are, because you may not have use of your cash right away. You know, similar experience in some of the Eastern Bloc countries where you renegotiate the contracts almost every day. They show up for work, they don't want to work for that amount anymore, so you renegotiate.
There's a lot of things that happen in financing. You can be dealing with banks, you can be dealing with individuals, angel investors, you can be dealing with corporations. Make sure you know where you stand. Make sure you also check the people who you're accepting money from out. Don't ever just get excited because you're getting money without finding out where the money's coming from, what is expected when you receive that money, when the people expect to see a return for their money. And when you're dealing with out-of-state investors, make sure you know their laws in their state. And make sure that you deal with a bank that understands what filmmaking is about and how the finances come in and need to go out. So always make sure that your investors understand that this is a high-risk investment, that they may never see their money again, or if they do see their money, it may take many years before they see it back. A lot of financing brokers, believe it or not, know the same people that a good line producer or a good producer in the industry or a co-producer may know. And you're going to give them money to try to find you money, and they know the exact same production companies. They know the exact same people in the studio. Check out the brokers. Find out really what they can finance for you, what their track record is, and how long, and get it all in writing.
Keep at it, keep working at it, keep organized. You know, if you're trying to get a project made, if you're trying to get your money, keep yourself organized in a professional manner, and that's half the battle. If people feel like, even if they're not sure the project is exactly right for them, you want to try and win their respect up front that you've done your homework, you've put it forth in a manner that's easily understandable, and if they do like the project and have confidence in you and as a business person, they'll take a chance on you. I see that more often than not, where some of my heavyweight clients call up and say, I got this script and it was about the size of a Good Housekeeping magazine, but the guy's really organized and I think I can do something with it and I want to give him a shot. And oh, by the way, he's going to be calling and he's 21.